Welcome to FX Street, Currencies in Play, brought to you by Royal Financial Trading. I'm joined by Matt Brown, who's an independent market strategist. How are you today, Matt?
Very well, very well. Quite a busy end to July with the markets. There's quite a lot of activity. Usually it's a bit of a snooze fest, but certainly this week I think we've got a lot to look at.
Well, the rug seems to have been pulled under the indices because of the IMF, and which is a bit of a surprise given the results season is coming up, and so normally things are dead, as you suggest, before then, until people find out what the corporates are doing.
Yeah, certainly in the equity space it's been very quiet, but the activity has all been in FX over the recent weeks, and I think that will continue. Certainly this week we've got the Fed announcement as well on Wednesday, but if you want to be trading, FX is the place to be.
It's been the leading indicator on activity, hasn't it? Really?
Definitely.
Okay, we'll have a look at the headlines so far today. Euro dollar rally lost vigor just below 117 on mild dollar recovery, but I mean, it's been a party for bulls of the euro, hasn't it?
Indeed. I mean, we've had some weaker PMI data out this morning for the Europe zone. Look, we've got it trading around the 116 level. I don't see the real dollar strength coming in, though. We've got political issues in the US and people kind of waiting for the Fed. So this may be a bit of positioning ahead of Wednesday, but I don't see this trade coming off. I think euro has found a safe level around this 116, potentially 117 handle.
Let's go on to cable. Firmer overnight looks to regain 130 and above. Brexit, UK politics still linger. I mean, it's difficult to take your eye off that Brexit situation. The more you think about it, the worse it feels.
Indeed. We've got Liam Fox, though, out in the US trying to negotiate a potential US trade deal, so that may be supportive to the pound if we get a good deal, or Liam Fox can negotiate in a way.
He'll get a fantastic deal, possibly a brilliant one.
Well, hopefully, but hopefully he doesn't sign a deal too soon, too quickly. I mean, it's something that needs to be negotiated. But that will certainly help support the pound around the 130 level. But I think the dollar is now going to be the big driver in this currency pair.
I mean, putting a neck on the block, but do you think we can break 131, 131.50 on the pound if we get the right deal?
I think we're going to trade around the 130 level. 131 is probably a bridge too far at this point.
Managed to avoid the trapdoor there. Dollar yen appears to be supported near 110.80, eyes US Treasuries and FOMC, but it seems to be eyeing it and not liking what's going to happen there, possibly.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, the dollar yen I think is probably a bit lower now. Still around the 110.
110.63 at the moment.
Yes, I think the yen is going to become a more popular currency, certainly with political woes in the US, and I think this safe haven. And certainly if we started at the beginning of the show talking about the equity market. If we see a sell-off in the equity market, the yen safe haven could be an interesting play.
Yeah, I think we were saying on Friday, sort of 111.80. Then below that, there was nothing between there and 111. Now 111 has gone. I mean, there's not much there, is there, on the as far as support until the 109 zone, really?
Yeah, indeed. I mean, look out for the BOJ minutes coming out tomorrow morning, early tomorrow morning.
It's a long time, though, isn't it?
Long time indeed. But in the meantime, I think the appetite for safe haven currencies is going to lead traders into the yen. So we could see this trade lower. Okay,
let's move along to the trade of the day. Euro dollar overextended at this point, but positive momentum still present. No major fundamental drivers as investors are looking for the FOMC statement and decision later on this week. Brexit negotiations will also play a part in driving the euro, as we've just discussed. And so the strategy here, long above 116.35, stop around 116.15 and take profit around 116.80, risk to reward ratio 2.25, and that seems to make sense at the moment.
Yes, I agree with that trade.
Okay. Trading positions, so people still, well, this is retail, banks and institutions, 64% long of euro dollar, 60% long of cable, and that's going the right way as well. 100% short of euro of dollar yen, which I think we all like at the moment.
Agree.
Euro yen 100% long. Dollar Canadian 75% short. So that is it's interesting at the moment. I mean, we're still, I think it's obviously had the pull back over recent days. Just trying to get that. Yes, I think that that's the daily chart there, and difficult to come up with any positive feeling there.
Yeah, I mean, that's a clear trend, and I think that will continue.
Just trying to work out where it's Yeah, you've got to go back a long way to find out. That's May last year, so that really is a mover and a half, that one.
Yeah, catching a falling knife if you want to go along there, potentially.
People who feel like a bit of pain on a Monday morning, maybe they go for that. Aussie dollar, let's have a look at the chart there as well. With 100% long, and I suppose it'll be quite understandable from the daily chart there why you'd want to be long of that. A little consolidation after the move from 76, which was like a straight line. Bit of consolidation around 78.80 to 79, and then looks like we're going up for another leg.
Yeah, this dollar really is not in favour at the moment. I would not be a buyer against well, any currency at the second.
Okay, let's just finish off with euro sterling if we can. So 100% long there, and pretty understandable. I think it's probably going to be the same sort of chart as the Aussie dollar there. Just come back a bit from the best levels. So 90 pence, a bit of a psychological barrier.
Yes, I mean that 90 level, we're going to see a bit of resistance there, but it should push above that. And one of the key drivers may be the Brexit negotiations, but the weaker PMI out of Europe maybe has led to that pullback. But I think
just want to cover actually. This is not on that we've just look at the FTSE because it is down 1% today. One of the bigger moves we've had, I think, on the downside since April, something like that. So 74.50 down to 73.80. It's a good support there at 73.50, but then again below that, looking rather ropey.
Yeah, indeed, and there's always been the pairs trade of buying the FTSE, selling sterling, and vice versa. So that may feed through to the sterling, certainly against cable and euro. But the FTSE, there could be quite a bit of downside there.
I might go for the sell the FTSE, buy sterling. Try and get the full whack on that particular spread there. Economic calendar, Q3 market manufacturing PMI. And PMI composite in the US, and also the services PMI there. So triple whammy there. And then overnight, if the yen can make it, 10 to 1, the Bank of Japan monetary policy minutes. Although, in fact, that was the actual meeting was the killer blow on the yen. I mean, that was on dollar yen, wasn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
So this is more of the same, you know.
Well, it could well be. I mean, it's worth noting as well, if you've got any oil traders, we've got OPEC meeting and non-OPEC meeting today in St. Petersburg, so there may be a bit of news flow coming out from that as well.
Let's have a look at Brent crude if we can. So just bouncing off the $48 zone today. So maybe that is maybe as you can see an uptrend line there. So maybe that meeting will help give us a couple of dollars on Brent.
Well, if they come out with further cuts, fair enough, but a lot of countries are not conforming to the cuts as they are. So certainly that's not helping with the glut of oil that is in the global markets.
We'll see how that goes. Matt Brown, Independent Market Strategist, thank you for your presence today on the show. That's it for FX Street Currencies in Play, brought to you by Royal Financial Trading.